Hello everyone, we are back with a new video, and this time we've got Dragon Ball Daima episode 13, Surprise. Which is probably an apt title considering last episode was obviously very action heavy, so this time we're looking for the surprise of what we getting today. And it was a silly episode, like insanely silly, borderline filler episode levels of silly. So let's dive on in. But before we get silly, there was something big that happens at the start of the episode. So Goma is obviously very upset about all the Dragon Balls being gathered, and he orders Dagus to disable Warp Sama, right? So he goes over, big old lever to disable him, and Warp Sama is disabled. Simple as that. But what I thought most interesting, other than the fact that you can just disable Warp, is how distressed Dagus looked and sounded after he did it. Like, he seemed absolutely horrified. So we'll see what develops from that. As for how the group will get into Demon Round 1, I don't think it'll be an issue, because I think what will happen is they established it way back. I can't remember what episode it was, but you know, those that tunnel that was blocked by like a light barrier or whatever. I think they'll find a way to use that potentially. But anyway, with that out of the way, we move back to see what Goku and pals are up to, and what are they doing? Well, just as is their luck, they crash another ship. I mean, at this point, I'm actually getting a touch annoyed about it. Just find something new. Like, find a different reason they have to like go to this random place. Like, oh, another ship's crashed. Great. But anyway, of course, because the ship's broken, Pansy has to fix it, and we get kind of something I alluded to at the start of Dragon Ball Daima that I was kind of looking forward to seeing, and we kind of see it in action. You know, Bulma and Pansy interacting. Bulma's the inventor with all the tools and whatever, and Pansy's a bit of a tech whiz, and so Bulma provides Pansy with some tools because apparently all her tools got kind of lost in the Kraken attack. That's cool. I want to see their dynamic a bit more, so it's good to see them teaming up a bit. But then while that's going on, we kind of switch to Never, who's freaking out for some reason, and says, oh no, we have to repair the ship and go. And it's like, we're on the planet of the Mega. And it's established that this is the place where giants called the Mega live. And it's the second most terrifying planet in the Demon Realm. Okay, so that's going to be the conflict this episode. And it's established that everything is giant, which wasn't obvious at first, because it was. But when you look around, it's like, oh yeah, all these giant flowers and plants. But you know, it could have just been a thing. But everything's giant. So by comparison, the gang are all tiny. So we have a quick switch of scenes, and it's Arin's overhearing about Warp and whatever, and then she gets a call, and I'm like, when I was watching, I was like, oh, Glorio is revealing information to her again, isn't he? And yep, it's Glorio being sussy again, telling her about how they've secured the second realm Dragon Ball, blah 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 blah. So Glorio's still feeding information to Arin's. So that'll come full circle probably soon if they're trying to head to the first Demon Realm. So we'll see that soon. Interestingly, we get a bit of an information reveal from something way back at the beginning of Daima, when Bulma was trying to fix Supreme Kai's old ship, and she couldn't work out what the non-functioning rock that powered the ship was all about. It's apparently God, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Magellite. It powers everything, and it's all over but it's established at the top. Get the wording right. The top of the second Demon Realm, and also which is also the bottom of the third Demon Realm, is made of this material, so it's abundant, I guess. And I did promise that this episode would get silly, and here we are. The gang get attacked by hamsters. Goku gets attacked by one first, but he doesn't really want to fight back because he thinks it would be cruel. So yeah, this is the first enemy of the episode, a horde of hamsters. So unlike Goku, Vegeta has no qualms with fighting the hamsters and starts beating the crap out of them, including firing a ki blast into a group of them and just sending them flying. Okay. But then something scares away the hamsters, and we get introduced to our second foe of the episode, a Mega child. Look at this stupid shot of just how big it is, and compared to the Z fighters, and I guess he's back from school or whatever. Judging from his bag, he's got a ruler in there and whatever. Did I mention this was going to be a silly episode? I mean, look at the size difference with Piccolo, Goku, and Vegeta all flying by him. They're fleas compared to him. So they start off getting almost crushed by school supplies that fall out of the Mega child's bag. And then we're introduced to the third enemy of the episode, this child's pet dog. Did I say this was going to be a silly episode? So anyway, Goku gets discovered by the dog, and after a bit of trying to evade it and fight back and whatever, Vegeta lands a nice uppercut to the dog. So Goku and Vegeta then decide to lead the dog away from the ship, as instructed by Glorio, and for some reason we get a very clear shot of its butthole. For some reason. Vegeta and Piccolo try and blast the dog with some ki, and it has, like, no effect at all. Did I mention it's a silly episode? So in the ruckus, Goku accidentally flies into the dog's fur, and it turns out it's got some bugs on it. It's ticks. It's got ticks that are almost, they're just above Goku's size, so they join in on the fray. Enemy number 4, I guess. Did I mention this was going to be a silly episode? So, unfortunately, in this whole ruckus with the ticks, the dog catches sight of the ship, and it's glowing, catches its eye, and he successfully knocks away Vegeta and Piccolo, leaving Goku, who's too far away to stop the dog. So what does he do? He Kamehamehas the bloody dog. It's a silly episode. But unfortunately, all that action fighting back against the dog has caught the eye of the child. So now he's involved in the fight too. So the kid just treats the ship like a little bug. He first tries to blow it away and then tries and swats it, which Goku blocks. But it's to no avail because the kid just pushes him back. This is so... I know he's a giant, but this is ridiculous. He's stronger than Goku. And it gets ridiculous to the point where Super Saiyan Vegeta just comes in and starts blasting him. And if this wasn't escalating enough, judging by the lightning crackles here, Goku has gone Super Saiyan 2 to join the fight against a child. And they have their epic clash, Power Pole versus Ruler, which Goku loses in at least Super Saiyan. He looked Super Saiyan 2. He loses and gets knocked back. And just as Goku's going to be crushed by a child, Glorio swoops in with the ship and manages to give Goku something to grab onto to escape. Did I mention this was a silly episode? Also, when I first saw this episode, I thought Goku was going to give Vegeta a little smooch here. It just looked like he got so close and he was just walking by him and observing the megas that they're escaping from. But it looked like, come here, Vegeta. But anyway, that is the end of the episode, and not the finest one, I'll be honest. It was silly, you have a little fun, enjoyable, whatever. The frustrating part is not a lot happened. Like, the only thing of note that has happened since the last episode is Warp Summer has been shut down. That is what happened. The rest of it is basically a filler episode. It really, really is. But it is what it is. We'll have to see if the next episode brings a bit more excitement to the table. Until then, until Friday, I will catch you guys later. Bye for now.